Am I the a-hole for not agreeing to sit and watch an entire TV show with my daughter as a bonding thing? My 28-year-old daughter Jessica moved back in with me and her father, my husband, 6 months ago. She split with her live-in girlfriend and will save up at home. The one big difference she and I have always had is that she loves watching TV. She is always watching something or, as she says, doing a rewatch and all of that. I never really got into TV. Jessica started doing a rewatch of a show she must have seen a dozen times, Gilmore Girls. It is a show about a very entitled and bratty mother and daughter who constantly yell and scream at each other and everyone around them. Over the years, while she has watched it, I've seen enough to know that I just do not like it. I think the show relies on the viewer to find the yelling matches endearing or the quirky cast of side characters to be charming. It's just not for me. I could explain more about what I don't like, but I don't think anyone wants that. But Jessica asked me if we could do this one together because it would be a great mother/daughter bonding time. I asked her how we would be bonding by sitting down and watching the TV, and she said it would just be the experience. I told her that I'm sorry, but I just genuinely dislike the show and that I am not interested in watching hours and hours of TV to begin with. I told her that I would be happy to watch a movie with her every week. She didn't want to do that. And now I've hurt her feelings and she's angry with me because I won't sit and watch a TV show I dislike with her. I don't like to hurt her feelings, but I also cannot imagine how much time I'd be wasting just sitting there watching a show about overly privileged people screaming at each other. Am I the a-hole? Note: we do spend time together and over the years and now I've done many things with her that I wasn't all that interested in. I've seen Taylor Swift 3 times, and it wasn't because I love her.
Am I the a-hole for not splitting my college fund with my dad's affair child? My father dropped a big bomb on our family last year when he revealed that he had a secret son from his affair years ago. After my mom found out and gave him the ultimatum, he cut things off with the mistress and she moved away until last year when she introduced him to their son Hank. I really don't give a damn about his latent father instinct since he didn't give his other family any consideration when he broke the news. Thank God my mom divorced him and now neither my brother Connor, M18, sister Sophia, F15, or I want anything to do with him anymore. Here's the thing though, we have a shared college fund that my mom's parents set up for us when we were little. My parents contribute almost half of the money and my maternal grandparents contribute the other half. The account remains under my mom after the divorce. As far as I know, he stopped contributing to that account after the divorce. Last month, I found out that my dad's been harassing my mom because he wanted to add Hank as a beneficiary to the college fund for my siblings. He's saying that Hank is his son and therefore entitled to the college fund that he set up for me, Connor, and Sophia. My mom told him off and now he has been going around harassing her online and to their mutual acquaintances and friends, claiming that she is heartless and cruel for taking her anger out on an innocent child, and then he also had the genius idea to reach out to me to put pressure on my mom. He said I should consider opening up my heart to Hank, who grew up without a father and wasn't set up in life like my siblings and me. I left him on read since honestly, the things I wanted to say to that callous evil monster may be too much. Yesterday he changed tactics and now said he wanted to withdraw all his part of the money from the account, divided them to make sure Hank has his share and deposited the rest back into the account. With the caveat that since Connor and I didn't need to use the college fund for tuition since we both had full ride scholarships, the money would be divided into 2 parts for Hank and Sophia, instead of into 4 parts for his 4 children. And now him, some of my dad's side of the family, and even the mistress are pressuring my mom to agree to that. And I'm praying that she won't. It physically makes me angry that we're being asked to split our money with my dad's affair child. Even if yes, I don't need to use the money to pay for school, I will need it in the future. Same with Connor. And I know for a fact he would never use the same reasoning to exclude Connor and I from the fund just to have the money solely for Sophia in the same situation. It's all for Hank. I understand that Hank is innocent and not responsible for his parents' actions, but I don't think of him as my brother. Hell, I don't even think of my father as my father anymore, to be honest. As far as I'm concerned, my family consists of me, my siblings, and my mom. That's it. So, am I the a-hole?
Am I the a-hole for calling out a coworker who uses my birthday as a way to treat her kids? I, Sarah, 31F, work in a relatively small office of about 30. When coworkers' birthdays roll around, I am usually the resident baker that make them what they want or buy them what they want. I am big on making birthdays special. That being said, usually on my birthday there is this one coworker, we shall call her Minnie the Moocher, 41F, who for some reason takes it upon herself to be the self-proclaimed handler of my birthdays, and every year she likes to get me a cookie cake. This is her favorite, not mine, but for some reason she has decided it is my favorite. I have tried to tell her directly and indirectly that I do not like cookie cakes, but she laughs it off and says, "Oh, I get it for you, so I can take the leftovers home to my kids." She says this because the cookie cakes are mostly not eaten by all, and I'd usually tell her to take it home because I won't. It should be noted that all cakes, etc., are paid for by the company, even if I make it. Last year she was on vacation during my birthday. Another coworker, we will call her Linda, bought my cake that year, and she got my favorite, a chantilly cake from Whole Foods. This is the same I bought for her the year before, and she remembered I told her it was my favorite, and so she got me the same. This year my birthday rolled around and Linda was all set to order a chantilly cake, and Minnie got wind of it and told her she would handle it because Sarah likes cookie cakes. Linda is direct, and she told her pretty firmly that I in fact did not like cookie cakes. This upset Minnie, who had her heart set on a cookie cake as before, but Linda was pretty firm. When Linda went to pick up my cake, they told her the cake order had been canceled. Linda was confused as she ordered the cake the week before, and she did not cancel. Fast forward to next day. By then all in the office knew. They pretty much thought that WF messed up. Linda shared what happened with Minnie. Shockingly, Minnie told Linda that she canceled the cake because she felt I was ungrateful, that for years I got a cookie cake and I knew that she took it home to her kids as a treat, and that if her kids couldn't have anything, neither could I. Seriously, she said this and Linda was speechless for about 2 seconds. I got wind of this and also confronted Minnie asking her why she did this, and she told me the same, that it was the only time other than her birthday that she can take this treat home to her kids, and she felt I was being a witch and didn't deserve anything. I rarely lose my temper, but on this I told her that she was an AH for doing this and using me and my birthday. I feel bad, but at the same time this is not my responsibility. Just to note, Minnie is not destitute, just cheap. So, am I the a-hole? By the way, HR is involved now. Am I the a-hole for making my sister pay me back for throwing out my daughter's bra? Right now, we're hosting my sister and her family because their home was damaged by Hurricane Helene. There are some rules in place. Be respectful of our living space. Her sons are not allowed in my daughter Thea's room, and as soon as the repairs are done, they are out of here. Her sons broke one of the rules when they went in Thea's room and went through her things. They found one of Thea's special compression bras. Thea has been doing theater ever since she was little. The compression bra looks like a tank top, and she uses it if she is playing a boy or a young girl and has to flatten her chest to better look the part. Their mom found it and threw it away. We didn't realize this until Thea was packing her theater bag for play practice and realized it was missing. This is not great because she's starring as Viola in her school's production of Twelfth Night. Thea buys most of her theater stuff like makeup and costumes, and the bra was pretty expensive, $50. I told my sister she needed to pay us back so we can replace it. My sister refuses because she says she isn't doing well financially, and how dare I demand a homeless woman pay for her boys being boys. Not to mention, she doesn't think it's appropriate for her to have something like that. Our mom, who has always been soft on Judy, thinks we're being too harsh since she's a single mom who doesn't have a home right now. I just want my daughter's stuff replaced. Is that too much to ask? Am I the a-hole?
Am I the a-hole for telling my fiancée and her daughter they are responsible for meals from now on? I, 40M, live with my fiancée, 39F, and her daughter, 13F. Up until now, I've always been the one responsible for deciding what we eat. Of course, I've always considered their wishes and essentially cooked whatever they wanted. But more and more, when I suggest something, all I hear is, "No, I don't like that, no, not that, that's not good," and variations of, "I want something else." Tonight, I practically had to beg just to make some simple pasta with homemade tomato sauce. Anyway, we were out grocery shopping today, and I saw something I haven't had in over a year. I was excited and wanted to buy it. My fiancé made a face, and my stepdaughter said it looked like diarrhea. I was really hurt and still feel upset about it. At dinner, I told them that from now on, they'll need to figure out the meals themselves and that I'm stepping away completely. If need be, I'll just cook for myself. Am I the a-hole?
Big thanks to everyone who watched to the end. I really appreciate the support. And please hit the subscribe button.